Hello there, this is Gary, the brand ambassador for Legacy Brand, and today we're going to demonstrate the Mega Punch set by Legacy Brand. This punch set includes a base and a cap and a 5-piece set. This is the 6th one, which is optional. The 5-piece set is a 3/8, a 7/16, ½ inch, 9/16, and a 5/8. The 1/4 inch is an optional punch that you can purchase on Legacy site or on the Etsy page. It goes in there just like the rest of these dies do, and you have a 1/4 inch option. The punch set includes a spacer set that goes from smaller than a dime all the way up to larger than a challenge coin, everything in between. If one of your coins, when you go to center it, is just a little bit loose, for example, we've got a 1/4 here, and we've got the spacer, which are very durable. You take the spacer, lay it down and see if our coin fits, and it looks like it's just a little bit loose, and it falls right through this one, which it's just, the next one would be too tight. So this is the one I'm going to choose, and if it's a little loose, you take a piece of paper towel, lay it in there like that, put your coin on top, give it a little press, and it's in there centered, and you'll have no problem getting it centered when you punch. So let's first of all, let's do the copper round. This is a 1 ounce copper round. We're going to punch a 5/8 hole in it today, which will take the center out of that. The very center, which would make a nice button or something like that. I also, on my spacers, I like to mark the edges of them. That way I know what they fit. This one I marked it red, just so I know it fits the copper rounds. Not all cases it works that way, but most copper rounds are this size. Anyway, I'm going to take the cap off of this. We're going to put in the 5/8 die. Each one of these dies has a lip around there, a little ridge. It's smaller on the top than it is on the bottom, on the inside here. That way when the punch goes through, it actually releases and lets go and falls on through the die. You take the die. I marked the top of mine so I don't have to keep looking to see which way is upside and downside here. But anyway, put that in there. Take your spacer, drop it in there, and take your coin and drop it in there. It looks like that. Take your cap, place it on the top, and then you grab your punch. Make sure that you're using the sharp side going down. There's a rounded edge on the very top of these, so you can kind of tell which side's the cut side and which one's not. I mark the top of these as well, so I always keep them right side up. The 5/8 is the only one that you would have an issue with that, but there you have a little area there where the punch is, so you can't really get it mixed up. Always take your punch and lubricate that thing. I like to use Pepe Lube. Pepe Lube seems to work real good to protect the punch as far as making it easier to punch through, and helps to keep your punch sharp. Always make sure you anneal your coin before you go to punch them. Anyway, I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to drop this 5/8 punch down in the hole, and now we're ready to punch. So let's take this thing and we'll go over to the press and we'll see how it punches. Okay, now we'll take this thing and we will give it a nice punch. Let's move this punch set over here to the press. Now we have the copper round in there, centered up real good like that, and we'll begin to press. And let's run it on down there. Alright, it's touching the top of it now. It's sitting nice and flat. Everything's flat, everything's centered. We're going to start pressing it. Once it goes through, then we're going to check it. That's what I usually do anyway. Release it like this. It pops right through there. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Take the cap off. We've got it punched all the way through. Our round is still sitting in the center right there, which means we can push down just a little farther and it'll come through the bottom. So I'm going to put this back on here. Give it a little press. And it's touching now. Press it just a little bit more. And normally you feel it get softer as you go through there. It actually is passing on down to that expanded area, which allows that thing to release. So normally what I do is I'll give it a little tap. It's in there now, so let's just give it a quick tap. Didn't even have to, it just fell out the bottom. Here's our punch out. So we'll take this thing back apart. Take the cap off. Punches through. Our spacer is off of there. And now it's time to take this over and release this off of our punch. Okay, back from the press. Now it's time to release this punch from the coin. So we take the lid off. We're left with our coin like this. Take that spacer off and put it back in the set. There's 61 of these spacers in the set, so you have a wide variety of coins you can press. Now it's time to get this off of here. So we take this, punch side up, drop it in our lid. Many of you have one of these stands like this for a die. You can take this and it fits perfectly on top of your die stand and put it in your arbor press, and it keeps you from stretching up your lid or anything like that. Many of you don't have those die stands, so we're going to do it like this. Lay that up inside your arbor press. Take a small cone, smaller than your punch. Place it inside there, like so, and give it a small press. Most of the time your cone will just hang right there inside your coin, and you can take it out just like so. There you have it, a freshly center punch coin that's ready to go. You punch this right there like that, put it back in your die, ready for use for later on. Okay, a while ago I put a quarter in one of these spacers, a little paper towel to shim it. I'm going to take that real quickly and load it up as if I were to punch it next here. Let's take 3/8 for example. 3/8 die. Drop it in like that. Put the lid on. Grab your Peppy Lube. Put some Peppy Lube on there and drop it in the hole, and it's ready to be punched. Well, this is Gary, and if you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the area below and let us know what you think about this set. Thank you for watching.